Yes, we're live. Okay. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, to Podcast Essentials Twitch account. We are currently live for the last time.
Until
possibly
maybe
foreseeable future, yeah. Until the foreseeable future. We're currently here today with another guest. If you'd like to introduce yourself, tell me. Tell us where you're from.
My name is Krillen X. Make sure to unfollow these guys right now.
Right, well, thanks.
Unfollow. Wow.
He's the best guest. Bloody hell.
Krillen, do you want to introduce what you do? Yeah, safe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam, mate.
Alright.
Yeah, it's great sound. This is.
I mean, you guys can start off first.
Yeah, no, we just want you to explain what you do and like what you do. Yeah.
I am a artist. Started a month ago. I'm climbing my way to being the next XXX Tentacion.
I hear that.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I hate Wi-Fi.
Alright.
I just do. Yeah.
Everyone does, bro.
Sound. Right. Well, I've obviously heard your music.
I've heard your songs that you got on SoundCloud. Very nice.
I think that your music is very vibe-ish. I can vibe to it quite easily in the evening.
Yeah, I do like it as well. Like you mentioned, obviously you said you wanted to be the next sort of X. It does remind me a lot of that sort of style, like chilled rap, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's sort of the aim you're going for, like chilled.
I'm mostly inspired.
Sort of
I'm on my X.
Yeah.
Mostly inspired.
So that was going to be one of our questions, actually, wasn't it, Harry? We were going to just ask about what inspired you to get into it and like what kind of was your go-to, like.
Because obviously you said you only started a month ago, was it? Which is crazy because the beats that you produce are really good quality, and I don't know whether you make them all yourself or other things go into it.
I only do the vocals. I only do.
All right. Where do you get the?
I got
beats
3
from?
producers.
Oh really?
I got produced.
And where are they? Are they all on SoundCloud?
No, I mean, yeah, most of them are on SoundCloud, but one of them really aren't. They do stream on Twitch.
Oh right, okay.
That's
The beats are really nice, and then obviously you putting your vocals over the top, it works really well, like to make the song come together, which I think is a really good thing. Then one thing that you really need when it comes to making a song like this, because I feel like, especially if this was on on Spotify or something, I could just have it in the car, like driving home or something like that. Like it's a really nice song just to have on.
So basically, what we're saying is you need to hurry up and make a Spotify to make it really easy.
Don't rush me, bro.
Nah, that's the whole point. We have to rush you.
He said he's an artist, and art takes time. I mean,
exactly.
he's doing what he can. He's doing what he can.
Yeah, but like so obviously you sent me a tune today, and I personally like the beat. It's on release currently, but honestly, when you drop that, I think the people are gonna love it. Like Rose was my favorite.
All time, but yeah.
As like
I knew that this song that me and my friends are working, that's gonna top Rose. I knew that was gonna happen.
Literally I'm buzzing for when it drops. To be fair, and I mean, don't forget, guys. This is for the YouTube folk, his socials will be in the description.
Yeah, Krillen_X on SoundCloud if you want to check out his music. And then, do you have any other socials?
I do have Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, what's your Twitter?
Hold up.
Is it just Krillen X?
It's fine. We can sort that out afterwards. So I'll get the links for that and just drop it in the description for you.
It's pretty much just Krillen X without the underscore.
Cool. So, what type of things do you want to sort of achieve? Because obviously, Ed's told me about you're in the works of possibly even getting a record deal at this age, which is quite incredible for someone of your age. So what kind of things are you sort of expecting to try and achieve in the near future?
In my opinion, I'm trying to achieve a lot of goals in my life, especially if I'm trying to become as an artist. As I evolve into a bigger artist, my music will definitely change, like different styles of like every type I'll be making.
Yeah.
So as soon as I change my styles, I'll be changing myself a lot, like a lot. My voice will be changing a lot. I'm just only 14, so I'll be changing my hair a lot. Like every type of common thing, I'll be changing. Like I might have like face tats, but I'm not planning to get any.
No, yeah, I get you. Yeah. Because obviously, as you grow, your music grows as well, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
so everything is going to sort of change. But as an artist, as a musical artist, like I've heard other people mention, being able to have a variety of styles of singing and producing is really good because it means you can adapt to every sort of situation, and you can adapt to be able to say if someone wanted you to feature on their song, but they have a different type of beat or something like that, you could adapt to be able to produce some vocals on their song. I think that'd be really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Drake as an example. He changes his style like every one.
Yeah,
So,
true.
Yeah, and like other artists, like you guys know Annalie Choppa.
Yes.
Probably
So
have actually.
he changed his style recently to like more of a sing instead of like a rapping. He still raps, but you barely get to hear him do it. So it's mostly now singing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I heard in a few of your songs you're sort of starting to sing a bit more, which is because of you do rapping and singing. You decide to sing a lot more, which is good because it obviously shows that you've got talent and it's like a natural voice as well as rapping. So that's good.
I'd say it's more like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I probably see your music as like is it melodic? Melodic rap? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or whatever, but it's like,
yes, you can definitely say that.
It's kind of like a Lil Tecca or like that type of music, which is like very
Catchy
popular
tunes,
now, very very popular. So it went obviously from my experience, it's gone from like R&B, like to house music, to then they've split off into like different areas, and then I call it modern rap. Modern rap being like the high pitched type of rap. So I'm trying to think of some examples like Lil Nas, Lil Tecca, quite a few of those, and that's kind of just blown up over the past like couple, I don't know, you could say like couple years or whatever. I've only started listening to that music like recently though, because I was so caught on like the house music or whatever, and I still am, to be fair. But I think I'd probably see your music as like that type of music. I don't think melodic is the type of word to call it.
No, that it does make sense. Yeah.
It's, I don't know, it just kind of just rhymes really well, if you know what I mean. It's just I don't know, I just vibe to your music.
It's the flow of it. That's also like what Krillen was saying, how X sort of produces songs. It's the lyrics and the beat sort of come to one and like make the song and just make it fit really well. And that's what I found, especially when I was listening to your Pressure remix. I'd say that's probably my favourite song of yours, just because it's such a sort of chill beat, and then it's just got a really nice sort of midsection. And I think it's such a good song just to vibe to.
So I preferred, well, Rose was obviously my go-to. When you first showed it to me, it was literally just like, oh my god, yes. I even sung it a few times on stream. Like, I don't know, it was just chill. But yeah, I guess I'm quite excited to see where you're gonna go. Really, I don't know. It's just...
if I go in any type of direction, I'll just stay the same in my opinion. But if my mindset changes, of course it will change in a couple of years. But you know, a lot of people's mindsets don't change. X's mind didn't changes and himself into being more positive than negative.
No, I get you.
So if I'm gonna change like that, I wouldn't really expect myself to change at all.
Yeah,
no, I get you. Because obviously he did a lot of his songs about his feelings and stuff like that. So they were really very personal songs, and I think that's what captivated people to listen to him a lot more.
I think it was kind of
That's
like.
how it was.
Sorry, Krillen, continue. Sorry, I just cut you off.
No, you talk. I just said this.
Well, it's kind of like. I was gonna say. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Right, so I've tried to like make music before. I'm not gonna lie. It was a shambles. So basically, my thought of making music was getting other people's songs and combining it with other songs. So you know, at like clubs and stuff, or like on YouTube, or the DJs, they mix songs together to mix it. Or they'll use a beat from one song but use the vocals from another song. So I tried doing that, and it was a shambles. It didn't work at all. And I don't know. I used to class myself as quite a good singer back before I got a few years on me. Will I say? Before my voice dropped low, I was very high pitched, and I actually really enjoyed singing. But now it just isn't something that I'd be able to do. And I was wondering how hard it actually is to be able to like stand there and just sing for ages. And like, I don't know. What's the process behind you making a song?
Of course, it involves lyrics, but you have to think about how like the beat is gonna in. You know, if you know what I mean. So as soon as the thing drops, you have to think of a word quickly before like it drops. So for example, if a beat drops, you gotta think of one word, and then you have to write the lyrics continuously with the beat.
Yeah.
If the beat goes if you just go off beat once, I might as well just like fuck up the whole song.
Yeah.
So do you not do it in sections? Do you do it just a one take like thing? Is that how it normally works, or?
I sometimes do it one take, but that rarely happens. But I do kind of split it up sometimes.
How long do you reckon it takes you to write a song? Like, if it was like
Oh.
like say your new song that you're gonna release, how long do you think it took you to write that?
It honestly took me an hour and a half to write that.
Fair enough.
Jeez. I mean, I know.
Because I had like a smart I had the verse. The verse was like decently long, so it was easy to write it because I already knew like what the song was about. Like I already got attached to the song, like to the beat,
Yeah.
how it worked.
No, that makes sense. And Ed was obviously, as I mentioned it before, but about your possibly getting a record label. So can you tell us about that?
So this actually happened randomly. So I'm talking about like one of my producers is gonna work for you soon. So he streamed for almost a year now, and one of his viewers asked me if I want to sign up to his label, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And he's like a platinum and gold producer, so he already made a decent amount of songs.
Sorry, I don't understand what that is in terms of like gold or platinum or whatever. Can you just explain that? Really?
Platinum, so it's like a gold. If that song gets like a lot of views, like a lot of plays, you get like a platinum. If it gets like less than like a million or more, it will become a gold record. Like it's like KSI's music. If you look at the wall on the left, or like behind him, like where his TV is, you can see he has like a platinum record.
Yeah.
So he has a platinum.
Yeah, true. Okay, so it's kind of just like a level of your song, really, in a way.
Yeah, if your song becomes really popular, you will get a platinum record.
Right. Okay, I rate that. Right. So continue. So you're in discussion with a producer's viewer in terms of a label. Continue from where you were.
He is also a producer.
Right.
So, like you heard him in like the Pressure remix, like his like ad-lib, like not ad-libs, but his tag was damn BT, like you. That's him pretty much.
Right. Okay. So you've already technically made a song with this guy or woman.
Yeah. So he remixed my song. He asked me for the vocals, so I sent him the vocal. Remixed it with his.
How your voice is robotic. We can't hear you. No, it's not
That's
fixed.
better. That's better.
There we go.
Don't worry about it.
it.
What I was saying,
So first it was
the
the face cam, and then it was the mic. Oh god.
Yeah. I really like the combination of you guys, and obviously if you come together and make sort of maybe an EP, probably an EP before the album. I don't know if you're having some sort of contract with them where you have to make a certain amount of songs or something like that. But I think that'll come together really well, and that'll be if it's made and advertised correctly. I think that could sort of blow you up as an artist, because obviously, like I mentioned, you have a really nice sort of sound to your voice, if that makes sense, without being weird.
Yeah.
But as an artist, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah, man.
But,
I love your voice, mate. It's amazing.
Weirdo.
A lot of people do say that my voice sounds like X, but I do not hear the similarities.
I think it's more when you're talking.
Yeah,
then when you're singing, I think when you're talking, you do sound a lot like X.
It's like mini me, I guess.
A lot of people say that.
A
lot of people do.
So,
X.
Right. Okay. So, KSI, he obviously does rapping or like songs or whatever, and he was saying in one of his documentaries that he just writes down lyrics, just like in his free time. Is that something that you do? So like, if you obviously when schools were open and stuff, did you ever just sit in class and just be like, yeah, I like the sound of that, I'm gonna just write that down and just try and make a song from it? Or was it all kind of just like, right, I want to make a song, I'm gonna stand here, sing, see what happens, and then look back at it? Or like, how did you
honestly, get your... I just write lyrics in my house. I never wrote any in school or anything near school, but I was like always inside my house, like writing shit. It's always been like that.
Yeah, because obviously you want to be in your own environment to be able to write it.
I just want to get comfortable, like how I write the lyrics, and I'm always trying to best myself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you ever tried just doing freestyle on a beat? Are you any good at just freestyling lyrics?
I'm not really good at freestyle a lot. So if like this is what I'm in evolving.
Yeah.
Like my mindset is evolving. I know a lot more words and stuff, and I can definitely freestyle like when I'm older.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're young, you don't have like a lot of breath to freestyle faster. So as when you grow up, you can freestyle like more and more.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Especially experienced rappers will have the vocabulary to rhyme as well.
Yeah. Like Juice WRLD, he pretty much freestyle for like a whole fucking hour. It was fucking insane.
Yeah, he was
crazy.
Really good at it.
Yeah.
I'll rate that. Have you ever been to? Actually, I don't know if you're actually old enough, but have you ever been to like a is it fest? Would you call a rapper's concert? Yeah, a concert. Have you ever been to a concert or like listened to them online or anything like that? Or
I never been to a concert, but if I would have done a concert, I already know it's gonna be fucking lit. You're gonna see everything like fucking happen all at once.
Is that something you'd want to do? Perform music live?
Yes.
I'll rate that. We'll be there.
Have you performed your music in front of people before?
I mean, that's kind of embarrassing in time, but
yeah.
Imagine on Christmas he's like he starts rapping in front of his family. That'd be kind of cool.
I never did a concert, but if I did do a concert, I would be doing, because I don't have like a giant fan base. If I would have a giant, like they already know that there's gonna be like a lot of touring every UK, every other.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I mean, one thing you could do to promote like a new song or something along them lines is obviously try and advertise everywhere on all your socials that you'll do like an Instagram live or something, and then if you can just like sing one of your songs on Instagram live, like into your mic, into your setup, and like your new song, and then obviously people will hear it for the first time. And live music is sometimes sounds a lot better than through like Spotify or SoundCloud, just because obviously you can actually hear the artist's voice. It obviously depends on the artist, but I feel like it can be more engaging. So that might be something that you might want to look into, especially trying to grow your fan base to maybe do something like that.
I mean, you can already do that. It's like on Twitch. I think it's just like music production is like a category. You could sit there and actually like sing live. Like you might obviously find, it depends if you're an awkward person or not. You might find it a bit odd singing into a mic like live. Like that's how I felt the first time I was streaming. I was like, this could be really awkward if I just stopped singing.
A lot of people heard your singing. Even Christian fucking hated it.
Yeah, literally.
A lot of people listen to you. It's like,
see, it's not the singing bit that I'm interested in. It's just like streaming as a whole. I found very awkward at the start. I don't know. I just kind of thought I was there just like, if I stopped talking out of nowhere for like an hour straight, that could be really awkward. Because obviously you're not talking to someone. It's different talking to people online than it is face to face.
Yeah.
Like you can't see what the viewer's facial expressions are. You can't actually see what their true reaction is to you doing what you're doing. It's just down to like the reactions they put in chat, literally. Yeah. So like, I don't know, the first couple times I streamed, I was like, this could be so awkward. Like no one knows who I am. No one like knows what I look like, that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, I like doing live music. I agree 100% with Harry. It's actually so worth it. Like just going on, like networking as well is very important. So obviously, as you've done with like me, you've joined my community. I promote you, that sort of stuff, because I actually like love your music. So I just naturally want to do it. I think we might be having some connection issues. Oh, we're back. Oh, this is fun.
Is it your Wi-Fi, Edward?
I'm pretty sure it is, lad. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, we love to see it, boys. We love to see it.
No, it's live for me. It's fine.
Is it working?
So,
for you?
yeah, it's fine. What sort of things? I know we kind of touched on it, but what would be your main, if you had to pick one main goal for the future, like one thing that you had to achieve?
Honestly, probably help out the community. So, as a lot of people know, Eggs did a thing called like the helping times when he gave foster kids a lot of gifts and stuff. I kind of want to do the same thing and like put like a plot twist on mine. For example, I would like get like more things, like get them food and stuff, like all those type of things, like on TVs, like buy, like get them like a small house or something like that.
That sounds really good.
And I've been trying to be mostly positive this year, and like last year I was like hella toxic as a 13-year-old would be.
I've always been hella toxic, just in general, innit?
with like every kid having a fucking Fortnite picture of a skin, like with their name on. I don't care like that you have a game that you probably like spent all your money, all your parents fucking don't care about. Like they could have saved up for something else, like for a business or something.
Yeah.
But they just always sit on a fucking game that probably like will die any moment.
So to you, you would say it's more about the legacy. So what you're leaving behind.
Yes. If I leave a bad legacy, not a lot of people will kind of enjoy my music ever again. But if I leave a good legacy behind, a lot of people will listen to my music. Like a lot of people. As soon as I die, like 20 years from now, if I die, I'm going to have a lot of viewers listen to my music.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of like recently, a lot of rappers have like Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller, X, Lil Peep, like Lil Peep died back in 2018, and a lot of people his music. So now people have stopped listening to his music because like he's not here. He can't he doesn't have music. Same thing with X. Like he's not here. He doesn't have music. So, and it depends on the artist. Like if they leave a good legacy or not a good legacy, and if they have children take over their legacy, then they will probably like keep that legacy if the father's alive.
Man's got a big brain, you know. This is like big brain plans. Yeah, I don't think about what I'm doing like in a week, let alone like when I'm old. Like, I don't know.
So
Yeah, carry on,
so
Krillen.
X has a son named Gek, and a lot of people are really mysterious because both of them look so similar because of the like baby photos and shit.
Yeah.
And on a Bible it says that if God, like when God dies like 3 days later, he's gonna like be I don't know, say the word
Reborn.
yeah, like reborn. And the same thing with X. Like X's birthday was like fucking 6 months ago, 23rd, and his son's birthday is like 3 days later, like the 26th. So that's pretty much more insane. So a lot of people think that that's gonna be X
Yeah, it's
again.
gonna, yeah, like gonna grow up and then sort of take on his dad's legacy within the
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. So he has a lot of like his like father's features, like his eyes, like nose, like,
Hmm.
and he already knows how to sing. That's fucking wild. It sounds like he's singing Jocelyn Floor. In a way, a lot of people got so confused, like really confused, like how kid sound like a song that he never heard of. That only his father knows the song. His father's not with us.
Yeah, no, I get you. It is a strange thing to think about. Obviously it's his son, so it's gonna be sort of him, but obviously younger kind of thing. But to think if he can take on the same sort of musical talent as what his dad did will be quite interesting, especially for the music community, because I feel at the moment we're in kind of a weird place, especially in the hip hop industry, like the bigger hip hop industry. I feel like it's kind of in a weird place, and everyone's just going more for the beat than the lyrics. And I feel like that's one thing X was really good at. He focused on his lyrics quite a lot, and he managed to put his thoughts and feelings into the songs, and that's how he connected with his viewers. And if someone, whether that be you, whether that be someone who's upcoming as well, or whether that be his son, can sort of take on that aspect that he was doing in his music, that I think that'd be really, really interesting to see if that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Kind of cool as well. Like obviously you look up to X and his music, and I find it quite interesting that you're kind of acting as that legacy as well, in terms of like that. There's loads of rappers out there, I'm sure, that are making similar music and probably thinking exactly the same thing as what you are, about how they want to carry on then like continue someone's music, but obviously not being the rapper, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. Like, I don't know, I wish I was talented enough to like rap or sing or whatever. So, or music produce.
I mean, you're kind of talented enough to be a stripper.
Yeah, man,
Like,
you know it.
like Christian said, you're like thicker, like a thick boy.
Thick boy.
Sound.
The thing is, like,
that's what I'd love to know.
I've always wanted to try and, even though I probably don't, I don't like when people say this, because you can always just change everything. Like you said, you change as you grow with it. But I've always wanted to try and produce lyrics for music, like what you do. Have a beat and be able to produce lyrics over it. But I'm just quite sort of self-conscious of my own sort of voice when I'm singing / rapping. Because I've always wanted to give it a go, but I just don't feel like I have the voice that everyone looks up to. If to put it into perspective, a girl will grow up looking at like Instagram models thinking, oh, they want a body like an hourglass kind of thing, like a thin waist and everything. But like when it comes to me singing, it's more like I look at people like X, like Juice WRLD, like Lil Peep, like all the sort of mainstream rappers, and I'm thinking, well, I wouldn't sound like them because I'm completely different to them. But you don't see many sort of white kids, not to put it into that sort of white and black and mixed and Asian and whatever category, but you know what I mean. You don't see very many people that look like me get big in the rapping industry. So I feel like I would just be, if I tried to produce lyrics, put it into a song, I feel like I'd be judged for doing something like that. I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. If a lot of people try to doubt you, you can always like fire back at them.
Mm.
So if I make a trash song and Limits likes it, that means it's a good song. If you don't like it, you can just hop off,
Yeah.
not listen to my music and shit. And like you said, like you don't really you want to give a try like rapping like stuff. You just have to put your mindset as a
Mm.
bigger artist. That's like I always
No,
mindset
yeah.
as a bigger artist, and I just think about like my life, how everyone's life is going on, and I just like try to make them comfortable with the song, like X used to be like doing. So I'm always just trying to be inspired by it. And if nobody's comfortable with the song,
Mhm.
they can just try to listen to other songs that I've made or anybody else.
No, yeah.
Yeah, fair
No,
enough.
yeah. No, I think that's a good way to put it. Just pretty much like a lot of things. Like if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. You're producing songs that you like, and then you put your time into and your thoughts into, especially within the lyrics.
It's
That
also
it's like that.
it's also if people there's always going to be someone who likes exactly the same stuff as you, right? So if whether you're making YouTube videos like me, whether you're making music like you, whether you're sitting there doing nothing all day, people are always going to find what they're interested in. So, all right, you might have a group of people that don't like what you're doing, and they're like, right, well, I'm not going to watch him. Right, sound. But then you always have that. So you just have to try and find the people who are kind of like, what he does is what I want to do. I do the same stuff as he, like what he does, like that's what I want to do. Like I want to watch him, I like his content, that sort of stuff. And that's like a good mindset to be in terms of like, look at the bigger picture and be like, right, you as one person might not like my stuff, but there could be 5 people behind you that could like my stuff or would get into my stuff or that sort of stuff. The amount of times I just said stuff is really weird. So that leads me on to my next question. Like, what do the people so I'm gonna put it into our perspective. Is like when Harry and I were in high school, start like year 7, year 8, year 9. If you were to make a YouTube channel, you'd probably that would be a topic that someone would bully you for, just because they haven't looked at the bigger picture, or like they don't think that that's cool, like of their interests. Like that's what tends to happen.
Yeah.
Like the bullies are kind of like, I think that's odd because I don't do it. So,
No, yeah.
So how did that kind of relate to like music in terms of like when you were in school? What do your like mates think of it? Like, did you have people come to you and be like, your music is really good? Or like, how did that really work? And like, how did like the people around you think? What did they think of your music or like where you're going?
Everyone already thought that was gonna fail to start, but they haven't listened to any of my music. A lot of my close friends actually enjoy the music. They like really enjoy the music. Like one of them already has it downloaded illegally, which I was fucking laughing a lot about. And he says like he loves the song. Like he showed it to like his girlfriend, cousins, brothers. Everyone enjoys the song. So it's about like the connection that you make with the people that make your song. Like you like the connection with you have. So if Ed right now was making music and you didn't like his music, that means you're still gonna try to enjoy his music even though you don't like it.
Yeah, I guess that's what really happens with like your friends though. Like they might not like the stuff you're doing, but they're still going to support you through it. And it's kind of like the same with me, like people who do like your music. So it's a prime example of like me and you. We like you came into my chat once. I liked your music. I share my music because I like it, and I think other people would like it. I'm not doing it because you asked me to do it, even though you don't ask me to do it. I'm doing it because I want to see where you go, and I want to see you grow, I guess, in a way. If you know what I mean. It's kind of like people who like your stuff tend to promote your stuff. I don't know. That's like some like what I normally tend to see, especially like online and also like in person. Like I've got friends who I might not talk to as often anymore, but they listen to a song that they like and they're like, oh, I know someone who actually would like this song. They send it to me and I'm like, oh, banger. Like that type of stuff. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool how that all works.
So a lot of people are different. They have skill as a artist, as a guitar player, as a band, and like you guys are gamers for a community that
Dig up,
everyone
lads.
likes to enjoy to watch. So a lot of people watch that type of community on Twitch, as there's a lot of things that you can watch on Twitch, as like people making music, making beats, people reacting to beats. Like they have a giant influence as small small people that don't have a lot of viewers watching them. They might as well be fun to watch because like they're brand new or they don't get enough exposure as a Twitch creator. Put it that way.
I mean,
So if Ed had, if like Limits has or gets sometimes 10 viewers if he's getting hosted by a bigger, and when the influencer leaves, some of the people that already joined the chat stays for a little bit and they just hop off. As soon as the person hosts them again, they're just gonna keep doing endless cycle. And Limits averagely gets 4 or 5 viewers, or like probably sometimes 6 or 7, but most of them are probably from the influencer that has hosted.
Yeah, true. I mean, streaming's kind of on and off though, because like you get the solid viewers, you get the lurkers, you get the people who just come in out of nowhere, and like I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of just like it's really hard to explain, but there's also people who are in the same community as you that haven't heard of Twitch, haven't heard of streaming to be a thing. So I know quite a few people who go to my college who play games and are technically part of the gaming community, but don't necessarily watch people live or even watch YouTube. So it's kind of like you have to then, like, I feel bad doing it. I kind of like introduce them to the stuff and I'm like, yes, look at what I've made. Like, this is where
that's
the stuff
something to be proud of. That's how you promote your stuff.
Yeah,
like, especially,
literally.
I feel like when you're at the level that, because you, to be fair, you and Krillen are sort of a perfect example of this. You sort of at that sort of middle, well, that sort of bottom level, trying to get the attention from people to come in, check out your stream or check out your music, and to stick around and then to share that onwards. And then what that is going to lead to is obviously someone catching it, sharing it on, say, Instagram, like a clip of you doing something on Instagram or a clip of you doing something on Twitter or something. And then that's it. I feel like it gets to that point where a lot of people who get big while playing games or they get big while producing music, I feel like they hit that stage and it just the switch like turns, and then instantly you get more and more people coming in, and then you drop that new song and more people are interested. People are waiting for your next song. People are interested to see what you can come up with next, what new sort of style of rap you can come out with next, what new gameplay you can produce. It's all the same sort of flow, but obviously a different topic. And I feel like that's the thing that both of you are sort of waiting for, to hit that switch, to turn that switch, to sort of go off and get that attention from the different sort of communities, and try and keep hold of it, because I think that's something that'll be really, really useful for you both. Because obviously Krillen with his music, because music's so sort of versatile. You can have it on when you're doing anything. Like, I could have your music on while I'm just sitting like on my phone, maybe about to go to sleep, having it in the car while I'm gaming, something like that. You could have it anywhere. And obviously with Ed's Twitch, what I do when I'm watching Twitch is I normally have that on in the background anyway. So it's a similar thing with Twitch, but obviously it's not as easy to have it on all platforms whenever you're doing anything. But I just feel like that's something that you guys both need, is that sort of switch, to be able to someone to look at you guys and think, this guy's something else, this guy's different to what I've seen before. oh, this guy's got something special kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. There's so many different types of self promotion. People see it as like a bad thing when, like, the way that people grow is so messed up. Like, the platforms don't support the smaller people. They support when you've got big, you grow faster. But it's like the initial line of like, right, I'm trying to get exposure. I'm just gonna put links in everywhere and hope that something happens. But even like posting a clip on Twitter is classed as self-promotion. But people see the only way that you self-promote is through bashing out links in someone else's channel. It's like, I don't know, it's frustrating to do, but it's the only way that you grow is by bashing your links in someone else's community. Because,
well, it's not that, it's just being consistent with what you do.
Yeah, well, that, and it's like people obviously don't like when you self-promote, and it's like, right, okay, yeah, sound, but what are the people who I'm streaming like on? So if I'm streaming on Twitch, they should be putting the smaller people at the start. Like, obviously that then gets rid of the fact that the people who are big have put their time in to getting that big, and they should stay at the top. Whereas like it could be a lot more of a community. The Twitch community could be a lot bigger if it was, we support smaller streamers over the massive ones.
Yeah, I understand.
And it's
getting on a bit of a tangent.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I totally understand. That's the same thing with music. It's difficult when people have already got their artists, like especially when, like, using KSI as an example again, people have already got their set artists and people have already got their ideas of what KSI's music's going to be, and they don't listen to it. So getting a new rapper or a new artist trying to get into that industry is so difficult because people are like, oh no, it's just going to be crap when it comes to music. But if you actually take your time and listen to your music, especially Krillen, like, it took me by surprise, especially because of your age, of how well produced it is. And I think it's something that obviously it could go somewhere, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like TikTok might be an unfair way of promoting your music, because there's over 1 billion people on TikTok, and if somebody makes a video to your song, you might just instantly blow up. And I want to do it the legit way. And there was like a kid as well, like he's probably like 15. He made a song, and a lot of people played it, and he just instantly blew up from TikTok.
Yeah.
So like Lil Nas X, he blew up from a catchy song, but it also blew up at the same time. So it was just from two places that the song blew up.
Yeah.
So one of my sort of last questions towards you, Krillen, would be, what one thing you say helps you write your music? Like, where do you get inspiration for your lyrics? So obviously you say you just get from the beat and you write, but where would you say your main inspiration is when writing lyrics?
I feel like the main inspiration is other people the song. I know how much hard work the music, and I feel like that people that do put in hard work, like everyone knows, like Rise Gun, he barely puts anything in music. He just gets like a ghostwriter and just that's a song. And a lot of artists, including me, get inspired from kind of a way to say that, as the story of their life goes. A lot of people get inspiration from the story of their life. I get inspiration from my story, a story from my life and other art. And I got a lot of inspiration from XXXTentacion. I also got inspiration from Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, and other artists that I kind of look up to in some sort of way.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I get really inspired a lot.
That's a good thing, especially in your position.
Yeah, you just go for it, don't you?
If I get if you see like a opportunity of a new game or some song that sounds catchy for you and you already know like what type of make to it. For example, if you hear a beat that kind of matches like the way how you make music personality, like I used to make hard music back in the day, like kind of like hard hitting 808s back. And I know that a lot of people can just do that type of thing. Also can do that type of as well. If they see like an opportunity of like a new or a song or a beat that they kind of conquer or kind of been good at, they're already gonna risk it all for that like on top of.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, I think that's all I've got to say. Howie, whether you have one more thing or
No, that was everything. Krillen, have you got anything to sort of wrap it up? Anything to say as a sort of final little thing to promote yourself, maybe, and name your next song or what your idea is in the next week or so? If you got anything happening.
I have a song. It's called All White, and I hope everyone.
And what's that going to be uploaded on? Is it SoundCloud?
YouTube and at the same time.
right. Well, bang it. Well, we'll leave the socials in the description for you, Krillen. Thank you to everyone who's watched live. This will be the last podcast essential for the foreseeable future live, but we will still do it once a week on the YouTube. But yeah, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
thank you, Krillen, for being
very,
here, bro.
very good talking to you.
Interesting to see what the perspective is from a rapper or a music producer. So yeah, sound. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Krillen, and we'll see you next time, I guess.